Hello, everybody. I am yet again Price McKinney, simply put. And as always, I want to thank you for tuning in and listening. Before I go another further, Happy New Year to each and every one of you. This will be the first Simply Put video of the year, obviously. Today is January the 6th. I'm excited about this year. Folks, we made it. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Simply Put, by Price McKinney, YouTube on Tuesdays, Simply Put podcast with your boy, Price McKinney. Um, Again, thank each and every one of you. I want to say that on the front end for your support, your encouragement, for everything you've done as it relates to Simply Put, constructive criticism, um, topics to talk about, conversations that we've had, all the above. I am truly appreciative and grateful and thankful because without you, there is no me. So, having said that, this particular video is gonna be completely, totally different than anyone I've actually done. As many of you saw the last video I did last year, and I was talking about my buddy that had just passed. That was challenging, to say the least. He's home. He's with the Lord, and we've laid him to rest. That was challenging. That was extremely challenging. Not just because that was my dog. We were, as they say, thick as thieves. But watching the whole process up close and personal, and I'm not going to get into any details at all. But what I am going to do is challenge each and every one of us, starting with myself, which I've already started that process. Get your plan in place. And I'm not saying this, hear me clearly, folks, hear me clearly. I'm not saying prepare yourself to die tomorrow. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I just witnessed was a very unique situation, extremely unique. I'd never seen it before. Um, it wasn't crazy, but it was different. And so there were some things that had to be done. Uh, and as a result of that, it's what sparked me to do this, not just for myself, but for anybody that's listening. Get you a plan in place. Number one, we're going to start with this. Make sure you have life insurance. Um, Make sure that whoever's name is on your policy, if you can, add another one. And here's because if one person can't, for whatever reason, the other one can. That way, nobody's left holding the bag. One of the most difficult things that and it's not the first time I've seen it, when someone passes, and be it a son, be it a spouse, be it the next close of kin, is not on the policy, their hands are completely tied. And watching somebody have to deal with that is it's not good. It's not good. So make sure that the names that you have on your policy, if you've got to go back and check who you have, because I've had to do that. I did it several years before, but I've got to do it again recently. Make sure the names that you have on your policy, that those people are still even alive. I know on my policy, a few years back, I just happened to check it, because we have to update our information annually. And God rest her soul, I still have my sister on there. And I didn't realize I did. I thought I had my twin, but I didn't. I had my sister, so I had to take her off and add him. So if something happened to me, um, everything is squared away. Number two, and this is going to sound simple and elementary, but it is very significant. Okay. If you have a code to your cell phone, make sure your next of kin, your closest person, your ace boon coon, whatever you want to call it, has the code to access your phone. Not so they can go through to find your business no, absolutely not. But so they have access to your people. So if your family, your closest friends need to be notified of you, your condition, whatever the case may be. People have access to your people. Okay. If you don't have a code to your phone, then that's null and void. But most people do. And in the event that something happens, people need to access your phone. I remember when I had COVID. Thanks be to God, I'm alive. I'm okay. I don't have any lingering, lasting effects. I did for a while, but I don't anymore. To God be the glory. But um, my twin and my son, they took it head on, and they did everything that was needed. They had to contact my apartment, contact my job, human resources. They when I tell you they put the work in, they did it, and I'm grateful to them for that. But they had access to my information at the time. I had a book. They had all of my passwords in it. Uh, had all of my codes to my accounts, for billing, for my cell phone, lights, water, all the above. All of that information was in one book. Thank God I had already done it. I didn't do it when I caught COVID. This was already done. I did that long before that. So I was able to at least guide them into my apartment, tell them where it was, and tell them where to go to find this information. Make sure if you write it down like what I did, make sure number one, it's legible. Make sure number two, you remember where you put it. That is important because if somebody has to go get it, they know where to find it. Excuse me. So we got life insurance, we got cell phone, and your computer. If somebody has to access your computer, whatever your password is, now I'm not saying be willy nilly about it and and just throw it out there to whoever went. No, I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is make sure all of that information is where your next closest of kin, your person, whoever that is, because I'm not married, so for me it would be my twin and my oldest boy. They have access to that information. So if you have to, suddenly go in the hospital, or if God forbid you check out of here, they can get to what they need. They can get what they need in order to lay you to rest peacefully. Because what happens, and I've seen it too many times, and I've had conversations with other people, and the same thing happens, and a lot of us have to deal with it. When that person leaves, the funeral and the service, that's not for that person, that's for us. But the 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 backlash of that is, I don't want to, not backlash, but in hindsight, having to deal with the people that are left and having to deal with that, plan the service, get this together, get that together. It's tough. It is tough because not only are they dealing with the fact that they're gone, but they're having to deal with the business part of having to lay that person to rest. Okay, and this, unfortunately, this is a reality. This is a part of life. So get you a plan in place. And last but not least, um, whatever you desire, whenever that day comes, if you don't have it in writing, make sure you tell whoever that person is so that that person can make sure it, to the best of their ability, they can grant your wishes and make that thing happen. Because if not, then it's whoever's making the decisions, that's what you got to go with, right? So make sure you at least tell your person, tell your people, be it your, if you've got kids, obviously if you're married, hopefully your spouse. Um, if you got siblings, whatever your case is, um, just make it work for you. And tell again, I would highly recommend that you put it in writing. I'm a stickler for writing stuff in my cell phone. I've got it's an app called Notes, so I put stuff in there all the time. But if not, I also have a book that I write stuff in. So if your cell phone crashes, if your battery dies, or you can't get internet service, somebody still has access to your information. So again, your life insurance, code to your cell phone, password to your computer, and make sure you tell your person what it is that you desire to be done or not done. Because again, tomorrow's. I used to hear my dad and mom always say, "Tomorrow's not promised to anybody." I understand that clearly now because it's not. Um, and if when it's our time to go, it's no turning the hand. You can't turn the hands of time back and say, "Hey, let me get the." No, prepare yourself. And again, I'm not saying this is not gloom and doom. This is a reality, folks. So don't take it as, oh, he being negative. No, it's not that at all. I watched this up close and personal, and it's tough. I'm telling you, it's tough. So what made it a lot easier is the plan was already in place. So I just wanted to share that with you all again. And I will apologize if somebody's offended or they don't want to hear this. This is the reality of life, folks. We come and we go. It's up to you what you do with the time that you have. We all get 24 hours, from the newborn baby to the oldest man or woman alive. We all get the exact same 24 hours. It's up to you what you choose to do with the time that you have while you're here. All right. So, again, have your plan in place, get your shenanigans in order, make it happen so that if your time comes, everything is already done. So, again, I'm Price McKinney, simply put. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, simply put by Price McKinney, YouTube on Tuesdays. Like, subscribe, watch a video, leave a comment. Simply put, podcast with your boy, Price McKinney. And again, I'm not an expert. I just know what I know. And I promise you, I'll see you soon. And again, Happy New Year.